how to make her fall in love with the 69 position. This is a really intimate position, by the way. So I'm going to break down, I'm going to tell you 3, maybe 4 things that you can do. And the 4th one is the most important one. And I want you to know that you can do the 4th one. You got it inside of you. So getting it started right off the bat. First one is grooming. Grooming is so important, you guys. You have no idea. Oh, and if you're new here, I'm Arica Angelo, dating and relationship expert, 16 years, TV host, author, and speaker. Make sure you subscribe and really like this video. Grooming is so important. And you know, you guys, I think you like my advice because I'm just not full of shit. I just break it down really real for you. So here's a really real. Can you imagine if you were like playing basketball all day and you take your hands and you put them down your crotch and maybe you don't groom your pubes and so it's just a full-on Amazon bush down there. Imagine going in there, touching it, and then putting it right in your nose. Just the thought of that makes you probably want to vomit. Well, can you imagine that that's what she experiences when you guys are in this 69 position? It's literally her head buried in your crotch. And if you're not cleaning your crotch, you're not really, especially those of you who don't trim all of your pubes. I know this is getting really graphic really fast, but I want you guys to get this down right so that she really falls in love with doing this position with you, because it is such an intimate, fun, exciting, still somewhat of a taboo position. So listen, when her face is buried down there, if you can groom your stuff and thin it out, that helps, but you still need to wash the shit out of it. Like really good, get some good smelling soap. Now they have soaps that have like cologne smells, but the point of the matter is she's buried down there. So if she knows that when she goes to your crotch area and it stinks and it smells like sweat and funk and gunk and all the nasty things, guess how much she's gonna love the 69 position with you? Not at all. So make sure that you're grooming, guys. Really clean down there. Really trim up those pubes. Like give it some shape. Garden down there. Really manscape. I mean, we all have our preferences. Not everyone likes the same thing, but listen, at least the least you can do is really clean up. So grooming is a huge thing because that can shut it down real quick. If it smells down there, it's like, time out. We are out. Also, if it's a newer position for you guys, it goes without saying that she should be on the top. Why? Because if you're a big guy and you're on top of her, that's not going to be so fun. So the second one is she should be on top. If you are on top, guess what? It's like it's fine, we can, but then we have to hold you out and we have to have control, because if that thing slips and it hits the back of our throat, you might be lying, instead of a pile of orgasm bliss, you might be laying in a pile of vomit. That is just real talk. You might be thinking, Arica, you're going too far with this stuff. No, it's real, man. It's real. If you want a real sex life, then you gotta have real conversations. Just today, my girlfriend and I were having lunch, and we were 2 women having a very graphic sexual conversation, as women do. And a lady, I didn't see that there were kids behind us. They were older kids, but she was like, the whole conversation, I didn't know the kids were there. And she's like, excuse me, but there are children right here. Do you mind what you're talking about? I'm like, bitch, you should see my YouTube channel. You would not believe the stuff I talk about on there. This is not, actually, it was pretty. And so, you know, Alo had to clap back at her and say, well, you know what? You saw us sitting here first. And if you didn't like the conversation, you could have moved your ass to another table. That's that. So first one is grooming. Second one, let her be on top, because it gives us more control. And when we feel safe with you, when we don't feel safe and it's a new experience, we need to feel more in control. We need to feel more safe in our body. So if we're on top, we have more capacity to control how much of the beef goes in our mouth and how far it goes to the back of our throat. It's really in our control. When you guys get to know each other and she knows that you're safe and you're not going to try to choke her out with your cock, then you guys can switch positions. But for the beginning, she needs to be on the top. And the third one is this. Also, if you're still watching this, just put on top in the comments so I know that you guys are still paying attention. I'm still laughing at the last rattlesnake video. If you guys watch that one, you know what I'm talking about. You got to go watch that one. So the third one is this. There is nothing like wanting to do the 69 position when the guy is so into it. Like desire begets desire. Write that down. Desire begets desire. So when you're that guy and you are so in love with going down on a woman and you just love being down there, guess what? It makes us more excited. It makes us want to do that position. It's like, oh my God, he's so into it, the way he's giving it to me, the way he's loving on me. And most women, because we're built with a nurturing nature, we're going to want to give that back to you. We're going to want to go ham on your ham. It probably doesn't make sense, but we're going to want to go down and just lick on you and suck you with all the passion in the world because we feel that desire coming from you. So you have to be a guy who's really into going down on her, really put your all in there. And I know it's hard when someone's giving you pleasure and it's like very convoluted. It's lots of orgasms just being created everywhere, but it can be done. Really, when she's on top of you, really focusing in and really just pouring in that desire into her, it's going to elicit more desire in her. She's going to want to be in that position much longer than you. Now, if you're like, Arica, I actually don't even know how to go down on a woman really well, then guess what? You can get access to my brand new program. It's called Tongue Magic, Licking Her into Bliss. I go into all the details about how to go down on a woman and please her with oral sex in that video. You want to get it. It's in the comments and it's in the description. So when that desire, when she feels that passion coming from you, she can't help but want to be equally as passionate towards you. And the fourth one is this. If you are really good at going down, and you can become really good at going down, she's going to want to be in that position. Why? Because there's some like psychology going on. It's a bit of a power struggle, whereas when we're just laying there and you're going down on us, it's nice and it's beautiful and it's great when a guy knows what he's doing. But when you're in the 69 position, it's like a power struggle of like, who can out pleasure who? You know what I mean? And then it's just exciting. Like when you're really into the person, you're like, oh my gosh, they're doing such a good job on me. I want to do equally as good of a job on him. And you want a woman who thinks like that. If she's not thinking like that, kick her ass to the curb. If she's not showing up with desire for you, then man, you got the wrong sis. It's time to find another lady, someone who equally desires you the way you desire her. And if you're married, then you guys got to work on building that desire. You got to start addressing it today. So when you are really good at going down on a woman, she wants to bring that pleasure to you. Why? It feels so good to have you there, but equally to return that joy, that desire, that pleasure, that bliss back to you. We want to do a really good job because it's like, wow, he is so good at what he does and he makes me feel so horny and passionate and exhilarated. Because I care about this man, I want to give the same satisfaction to him. And that can only be built up when a man really knows what he's doing down there. When you really know what you are doing back down there, we want to stay in that 69 position. So tell me, of all of the steps, which one was your favorite one? Let's just do a quick recap. Grooming. Did you like the Amazon rainforest one? Tell me Amazon in the comments below. The grooming, super, super, super important. 2, she needs to be on top, especially when you're just getting started. She needs to be in control. Third one is that desire begets desire. When you are really focused and you're pouring your passion into the experience, she equally wants to stay on top. And 4, a woman cannot deny a man who is really good at going downtown. Write downtown in the comments. When you're really good at going downtown and you're just going at it, we want to be there giving you equal pleasure. We want to get better at giving you a blowjob because you're putting so much passion and you know what you're doing and it's turning us on. So of course we want to stay in that 69 position. Don't forget, you can get that tongue magic course. It's in the description. It's in the comments. Go get it. Guys, you can do this, but it does take some practice. It does take some learning new skills and knowing what to do. So here's a bunch of other videos to support you. Make sure that you take the time and really watch them, take notes, and then go out and actually practice. I love you. I'll see you in my next video.